Hi, I went round to my parents' house recently to go through some of my old stuff, and I found this fabulous sweatshirt from my secondary school with the motto on it, Konabor, I will try. So yeah, I have that for everyday motivation in life now, which is fabulous. And I also found one or two of my vintage things that I'd left at home, and it reminded me that I would like to go through all of my vintage things, which I haven't worn in ages, and decide if I want to keep any of them, if they still suit my style, and even if I don't want to wear them, if I just want to keep them for posterity. So yeah, join me as we try, these dresses on. I'm going to go chronologically 1950s onwards. I never strayed into the world of pre-50s fashion, partially I think because I was afraid it would be haunted by the spirit of the previous owner. So every time I try on this dress, I feel differently about it. It's such an incredible 1950s cocktail dress, and I was really obsessed at the time with finding things that were tight on my waist, and I just think that is the perfect 1950s silhouette, and I love this detail. I think that what I'm finding trying on these 1950s dresses is that they fit my style at a certain time. Round about when I bought these dresses, I was also wearing pencil skirts to work, and I liked things to finish just before my knee, and I liked them to highlight my waist. I feel like nowadays I prefer long floaty fashions. They don't fit with what I usually wear. I also feel like my body has changed a little bit. I've started doing weightlifting since I bought these dresses, and I do feel ever so slightly hench in them. I'll probably do some alterations around the arms, and then maybe I'll just crack it out for something. I've curled my hair so that I feel a bit more vintage. This is my next 1950s dress. So loved. I bought this online for about £30, and it arrived covered in bird poo. So not the most fortuitous start, but I feel like a Stepford wife in it. I feel so of the moment. It makes me want to get out my 1950s champagne glasses. And again, it has this amazing corseting in the waist, which just pulls you in and creates that wonderful 1950s shape. But same issue again. I don't know. I just don't know if I'll actually wear it again, because it's just a little bit cute. It's just so cute, and that's not really how I dress anymore. I like things that are darker coloured and floaty and long. So yeah, we will see. We will see. I so hate to say it, but I think this might be one I have to say goodbye to. I bought this dress in Brighton in one of those amazing shops which has the clothes in plastic separate bags. It has the label for the time period on, just like a really proper shop. And it is so beautiful and elegant. It's a little bit impractical. It creates this kind of ballooning effect. I don't know if I can show you. It's like this, like just a little bit ballooned out, so I feel like I'm in a period drama or something. And again, I would need to get about an inch or two cut from here so that I could now fit my arms in. I feel like I would only wear it if I was going to a costume party, which would be pretty fabulous if I was going to a 1950s costume party, but in my whole adult life, that opportunity has never arisen. Okay, so this has been by far and away my most wearable vintage purchase. It's a 1950s satin skirt. I had it altered so it fits beautifully to my waist. I just think the colours are just sumptuous. The purple and the blue and the olive green and the orange. And I think it's quite hard to find such exciting colour combinations when you just go to the shops. And I think because it's a separate and you can wear it with a top, it feels less like you're wearing fancy dress and it just feels more like you're wearing a beautiful skirt. And even though it isn't my usual style to wear something above the knee, and yes, it does make me feel a little bit more cute, still going to keep it and wear it, particularly around Christmas time. And then my mum gave me an incredibly similar skirt, which is 80s, and it's almost the same skirt, but in these more muted colours. And again, I just love to wear it. It makes me feel like a fairy. All right, 1960s. There's just something about these 1960s scooped necks that makes you feel so beautiful. Getting these like jewel colours is just quite hard to find. This dress is so beautiful. It's just a complete no because it doesn't fit me. It's too tight around my hips, so it sort of drags in between and sort of bags when I'm wearing it, and way too tight in my arms, so I'm just so uncomfortable. I'd have to get it altered a lot. And it would have been such a steal because I got it for like 30 quid beyond retro again. It looks like it's a more expensive dress. Why do eyebrows never survive the jumper over the neck moment? Now, the dress is so tight, I can't lift my arms to get the jumper off my head. Putting on this dress reminds me of how important it is that whatever you're wearing is actually comfortable. And I put this on and I just feel amazing and just so comfortable immediately. It's still cut beautifully so that it highlights your waist and it's lovely and feminine. It's got, and I need to get it dry cleaned to get it fixed, but it's got this incredible cape on one side, which is just so iconic. So I think this must be the cusp between 50s and 60s. I feel like this still looks like a modern, beautiful, elegant dress, and I feel like such a lady in it. Women know when they put on a dress, it makes them feel fantastic. It just, you feel it. And yeah, so I this is the winner. I would choose this over the other vintage dresses. I bought this dress in Gothenburg in a vintage shop. It's 1970s. It's got this amazing belt that comes with it. I love the length. I really love full length things now. And I cannot walk in it because the back has no slit. So I feel like it's a real liability. It's incredibly comfortable. I sort of wish that because it's covered up everywhere else, I'd like it to have a little bit more of a risque element in the front. So I actually think I would wear this. It needs some modernising. I'd put a slit in the back and I would bring this down, and then it might look like something that I would pick up and get excited about, someone like Rixo, but it just needs a bit of TLC. Okay, next I'm going to try on the dress that scares my mother because she says she's worried that it's flammable and if I stand near an open fire I might catch on fire. So yeah, it's one of these brilliant purchases where you put it on and you think, do I look incredibly cool and different and fashionable, or do I look slightly crazy and I should just wear something that I have bought in a current times shop? It definitely needs a slip underneath because otherwise I may be arrested. This is a completely see-through dress, which is fine on the top, but not a fan of that on the bottom. I think the colour is fabulous. I think it's so interesting and gorgeous, but it remains to be seen if I will actually decide to wear it. Okay, so final items. This is a 1980s dress. I think it must have been handmade by someone. It doesn't have a label in it. I think it's really special and I thought that I would wear it to some kind of Christmas do at some point, but I've had it for 5 years and I've never worn it, and that tells you everything. And then I thought maybe this year, just like going to a dinner with friends or something, I might wear it at Christmas. But like, it's just become very clear when I put it on that my shoulders are far too broad for this now. It's just like a C of shoulder. So yeah, that's just not going to happen. So in conclusion, I think this has reminded me about some of the things that I have that I want to try and wear. In particular, the black 60s cocktail dress. I think it's also quite clear that I went through this time of loving buying vintage clothes because I was sick to death of everything I owned and I felt so bored of it. And so I wanted something new and exciting, and these seem like such beautiful patterns and different cuts and different ways to get things. And I think that since then, fashion's moved on. I think there's more exciting things out there on the high street, and I also think now I'm in my 30s, I know what my style is and I don't feel lost anymore and I'm not grappling. I go on a website and I know exactly what I want, go down, select it, that's my style, that's what will suit me, and I feel excited to wear the clothes now that I'm just buying regularly. So yeah, that the itch that the vintage clothes are scratching is no longer there. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and like and subscribe for more content. Bye.